Welcome to our first video in the Microsoft Viva series. I'm Jack, Rizhal's Partner Manager, and today I've got Andrew with me, who's Rizhal's Digital Transformation Director.
Thanks for having me.
So Andrew, let's jump straight into it. Can you tell us, what is Viva?
Yes, so as you know, Microsoft recently introduced Viva. It's a digital platform, it's built on Microsoft 365 and it's designed for employee experience. It's integrated into Microsoft Teams, which, as you know, is the #1 collaboration tool in the world. And Microsoft see Viva as the platform to leverage a company's investment in Microsoft technologies.
Okay, so why Viva and why now?
Well, I think I'll start that by saying, I'll probably provide some bigger context really. So I think we all realise how important Microsoft is for business. For example, I've never worked anywhere that doesn't use Microsoft technologies. I've used Microsoft for email, messaging, applications, security, databases, applications, intranets, I could go on. Just last week, I spoke with a few clients that are still using SharePoint for learning, communications, general knowledge management. And if I think about some large organizations, Unilever, Coca-Cola, they all use Microsoft tools for training, for development, for communications and productivity. They use tools like Teams for training and learning, and then they use SharePoint as that central employee hub or employee portal, much like how we do. You've got Teams, Skype, Yammer, all used for extensively across business for messaging. I could go on and on and on really. And I'm sure people watching this have got similar stories. Sometimes I think that bigger context really helps. And I think until Viva, any organisation that wanted to bring all of those things I've just talked about together, especially in a seamless way, would need to build really complicated systems. They would need to build a really complicated employee portal. A lot of the large organisations like Oracle and Workday, they've already attempted this, but I feel like no one's ever really been able to cover everything, and they've never really been able to settle on a great user experience.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. I think we've all seen some horror stories out there where organisations, they've got huge teams of developers to create something bespoke that would provide them many things like recruitment, interview processes, background checking, identity validation, and various onboarding tools.
Yeah, and if you think about today, all of those would be microservices or they'd be individual applications, and that would be done so that people could iterate and improve them or replace them without having to rip and replace an entire system. But they add cost, complexity, and if anybody leaves the organisation, there's a potential risk around knowledge as well. So I think we all know from conversations with clients that leaders want less complexity at the moment. They want fewer applications to manage. They want less failure in the services they deliver, and generally they're looking for a better user experience. I think that's where Viva comes in.
Right, okay. So you mentioned employee experience a few times now. Really, what is it and why is it important?
I think I'm going to answer the second part first. So there's been a lot of research, and I think now more than ever it's clear that people are ultimately what drives success in a business. It doesn't matter what tools or processes you've got, it's your people that make the difference. I think we've all known that for a long time in reality. But the stats that I'll get to and countless research really shows that when a company invests in their people and it focuses on improving the employee experience, they can directly impact employee engagement, retention, customer satisfaction, but also a company's financial success as well. And on those stats, so organisations with highly engaged employees have 21% greater profitability. 94% of employees say they would stay at a company longer if it invested in learning and development. 86% of top performing companies reported that its digital training programs boosted employee engagement and employee performance. And highly engaged employees are 12 times less likely to leave than those who are not engaged. And I think that's why Viva is important.
Some good stats in there.
Exactly, and I think this is what employee experience is. It's not just one thing; it's a combination of things. So through Microsoft's research and some consultancy with a lot of well-known and credible research analysts and advisors in human resources, talent management, recruitment, and leadership, and through a research project that Microsoft conducted with LinkedIn and with Glint, They identified 6 key elements that make up great employee experience, which you've got here. So those are well-being, connection, focus, empowerment, growth, and purpose. So well-being is about feeling safe at work, physically, mentally, and emotionally. It's also that as an individual you feel uniquely valued and you're treated with dignity. Connection's about belonging and feeling like a trusted and integral member of your community. It's also that you've got high quality relationships with colleagues, and again, those relationships are characterised by mutual respect. Focus is knowing what success looks like. So it's knowing what to prioritise. It's knowing that when you're on, it's knowing you're on track, and it's getting feedback that will help you improve what you're doing and how you work. Empowerment's being able to easily find information. It's people, tools, and resources, and it's being able to find them and when you need them. It's about being empowered to make decisions and understanding as an individual what's required for success. Growth is getting what you need to maximise your strengths, learn new skills, broaden your experience, and progress towards your goals. And then finally, purpose. So purpose is being part of something bigger than yourself. Purpose is knowing how your work serves others and the business, and understanding how your work makes an impact.
Okay, so how does Viva come into it? How does Viva actually help?
Well, Viva is an employee experience platform. There's never been a bigger need for technology, data, and insights designed to enable a great employee experience. Employees want to feel more connected, more aligned to their company purpose and mission. They want to grow, they want to make an impact, and ultimately they want to make a difference. As a leader, they need modern ways to engage and develop their employees. And then IT need to be able to quickly enable that modern employee experience without needing to rip and replace existing systems. When I speak to IT, a lot of the things we talk about is how does IT manage fragmented applications and how do they limit technology sprawl? How do they reduce technology and integration costs? How do they showcase technology as an enabler of business and cultural outcomes? I think what's needed is a new approach in this new category of technology solutions that we are calling employee experience platforms. Again, an employee experience platform, it's a digital platform. It puts people at the centre, at the heart, and it brings together systems of work and systems of support to integrate into that employee experience. And it provides people with the resources and the support that they need to be successful, no matter where they're based. Again, thinking about that kind of modern hybrid working experience. It also obviously needs to provide an open and extensible platform that's customizable, that works with existing systems and tools. So today there's a lot of vendors that are focused on employee engagement and well-being, but they're mostly point solutions. They look to solve one or a few of those challenges, but again, it separates that experience. It doesn't meet people where they are. Again, today's solutions, they're fragmented, they're disconnected. It's not integrated into, and it isn't meeting people where they are in their flow of work. The services and the resources that employees need are often undiscovered or locked up in systems, and they're not a natural part of communication and workflow. Microsoft's vision for Viva is that it's an integrated employee experience. Their vision is that it brings together those resources into that natural, what Microsoft called the natural flow of work.
So can you go deeper into Viva then? Tell me what the main features are and what our clients will be looking out for.
Yeah, so Microsoft Viva brings together communications, insights, knowledge, and learning within the flow of everyday work and collaboration, all presented through Microsoft Teams. Teams is where most remote and hybrid work happens these days anyway, so it makes sense that it would be presented through that. And Teams presents or provides or has become that hub where all those things can be done. Resources, so Teams will bring those resources together. It's into an integrated system of engagement Gartner, I believe, call it the new work nucleus. I think they also call it a digital workplace hub. I think what's important though is that Microsoft 365 gives that foundation. So some of the capabilities you get from Microsoft 365, like Yammer, SharePoint, Stream, Workplace Analytics or My Analytics, Microsoft Search. You've also then got things like LinkedIn and Glint and more. And you've got that foundation. What Viva does is it builds on that foundation. So Viva adds more innovative services and insights that's focused on people development and success. And so to start with, Viva, we've got 4 modules that you see here. So I'm told that some of the community, Viva communities that I'm a part of, that there's actually going to be a lot more added in the future. But for now, we've got these 4 modules. Each of these modules builds on existing capabilities in Microsoft 365 as well. So again, directly integrated into Teams. And as you can see, if you click on from the UI, Connections is a company branded employee app in Teams. I like to call it the gateway to employee experience and a gateway into the organization. It can provide personalized news, communications, tasks, people and resources. It allows leaders to communicate and engage with their employees, and employees can get easy access to the tools and resources they need all from one place. Connections builds on existing capabilities in Microsoft 365 like SharePoint and Yammer, and it pulls your communications together into a single destination, and it also acts as a launch pad into the other 3 modules that you see here. Insights brings together Workplace Analytics, My Analytics and Glint into a unified insights application in Teams to provide data-driven and privacy-protected insights for individuals, managers and leaders. For example, employees can get personalized insights that only they can see that help them protect their time for breaks. So you've seen focused time, I'm sure, so focused work as well, and learning as well in order to promote improved productivity and well-being. You've got Topics. So Topics focuses on knowledge and expertise. So Topics applies artificial intelligence to identify knowledge experts and organize those into shared topics. The AI automatically creates topics pages for each topic. It's a bit like Wikipedia for the organization, but artificial intelligence does the first draft. And these topics pages are surfaced as topics cards, and again, right in the flow of work. So in Office, in Teams, they're presented. And then finally, you've got Learning. So Learning allows employees to easily discover informal and formal learning in the flow of work. It aggregates content from LinkedIn, from Microsoft, and from other third-party tools, Pluralsight, things like that. And obviously, if you create your own content, it can do that too, and it will surface that all in one place. And then along with providing that, you get aggregation and recommendations, so it allows managers and leaders to assign tasks and to track and report on training activity.
Lovely. Well, thanks Andrew for your time on bringing us up to speed with everything in the world of Viva. This is part of our wider series that we're running, as we'll have some demos to run through all the elements of Viva we've discussed today. That's a wrap for now, so thank you very much.